What's going on, y'all? It's your man, point guard Stephen Bardo, coming back to you on a lovely Wednesday here in hot and sunny Playa del Carmen. Hope you guys doing well. Look, black men, does racism follow you when you relocate abroad? Hold on, let me try that again. Let me get my microphone in place. so, so I sound like I know what I'm doing. Let me say this once again. Black men, does racism follow you when you relocate abroad? Now, I have some very strong feelings about this. I think that it's very difficult to answer that question across the board for all different countries. It just doesn't make sense. There's too many variables. There's too many different types of peoples and cultures around the world where Black people can unequivocally say, that yes, it follows you here, or no, it doesn't follow you there. But what I will say is this, is that Black men, is very interesting that a lot of the world knows our history, but we don't. Some of you that have watched some of my live shows and whatnot, I think you understand where I believe my ancestors came from. I'm of the mindset that my ancestors are from the Americas. They're not from Africa. Now, we are African in origin, but my ancestors are from the Americas. Okay, so let's start off with that. Now, let me give you an example of me living in Playa del Carmen now. I'm going on 14 months. And some of the experiences that I've had around racism in Playa del Carmen, in Merida, in Cancun, in Puerto Morelos. I've been hanging out in the Yucatan Peninsula. These are different cities and areas in the Yucatan Peninsula, the southernmost portion of Mexico, the country of Mexico. And guys, you know what I notice is that I think people look at us out of curiosity more than anything else. Now, it might be different because I'm 6'6", I'm good looking, I'm silverback, and I'm in really good shape. So, and I walk around my shirt off a lot here because it's hot and I'm working out in the mornings, I'm sweating. And I think what happens is when people look at me and they see the hair and they see the body, it's kind of more inquisitive more than anything else. Okay. There's definitely colorism here in Mexico. There's colorism all over the world, but colorism hits different than American racism. There's nothing in my 58 years on this planet, living and traveling to 25 different countries outside of the United States. There's nothing that hits like the United States racism. They got it on lock. It's not, there are other places now. You hear things. I've been in the Dominican Republic, hung out there, had really good content on this very channel around some of the things that take place in the Dominican, where you often hear, these are popular things that people say. Me no black. When you hear Dominicans, and that I think that's gotten pushed out a little bit. If you go to the Dominican Republic, I think you will understand a little bit better why some of those people that look just like us, copper-colored black people of America, or copper-colored people of America, they've seen what's happened to their brothers and cousins on the same island in Haiti. They've seen how the Haitian people have been treated, have been ostracized, have been exploited, have been ruined almost. Well, you can't ruin the Haitian people. Their spirit is too strong. But in terms of ransacking the resources of that resource-rich country, keeping that country in a constant state of turmoil because they kicked three colonial superpowers' asses. They kicked the French, Great Britain, and Spain's ass back to back to back. with no weapons that were, that they created. I think they worked with Colombia. There might have been another country that was helping them out at the time, but the Dominican Republic people have seen their cousins and because sometimes they're fellow countrymen, guys. You can't, when you go on the island of Haiti on one side and Dominican Republic on the other, it's the same island. And these people have intermixed the whole time that island's been present. So they've seen the treatment that Haitians get. I believe that's why you hear certain people say, me no black, me no black. They don't want the treatment that comes with being perceived as being black, even though some of them are darker than us that say that. And so we get hung up on, I don't know that the copper colored people of America get hung up on racism necessarily, but we get hung up on things, whereas different places like the Dominican, they're about class. They're really concerned with class and color, where we're concerned about race. And so I think that's the biggest change. So a lot of Black Americans, there is a serious concern that the country that you choose, can I escape the American racism? And I will tell you that if you go to the 13 countries that Next Chapter Forward suggests, that you will encounter nothing close to what you've encountered already in the United States. Hey, if you're a Black man tired of feeling unwanted in America, type free throw 15 in the comments right now. I'll send you a link for a free 15-minute call where I'll tell you the number one mistake men make when looking to live abroad. Okay, if that interests you, type free throw 15 in the comments. Okay? All right. So, guys, I'm going to touch on this racism piece again, then I'm going to get to a couple different topics. Here in Mexico, I have had arguments back and forth with Black Americans that try to say that I don't know what I'm talking about. When I quote the current Mexican president, Claudia Sheinbaum, in her comments about indigenous Black people were the first in Mexico. The first indigenous people that roamed this land that I live in right now look like me. My Spanish instructor, who's from San Luis Potosi, which is north of Mexico City, he swears he's got Black blood in his family. He swears by it. It's a known fact, guys, among people here in Mexico that we were here first. Okay? So if you're a Black man over 50 and you come to Mexico and you act like you got some damn sense, you will get treated like royalty. They cannot, some locals, some Mexican locals, I can tell by the way they look at me, they can't believe how I look. Because when they see people with this much gray hair, they think I'm probably 70 something years old, and the way I look, the way I move, I'm still like athletic and quick. I think it kind of freezes them for a second. I think they're very surprised. And then I start speaking Spanish and all that, and they can see that I'm just a regular cat. But guys, we have an advantage here. We have an advantage anywhere you go in the world, really, and especially in the 13 countries that we focus on here at Next Chapter Forward. Okay? We have an advantage. Mexican locals look at us as rich because we are to them, guys. The average salary in Mexico, I believe, is 350 to 400 USD. I believe that's the average salary here. So if you're coming with $2,000 in Social Security benefits per month, which most people in the United States think that's not much, that's not anything, you can live a quality life here on your Social Security benefits. Okay? So When we move around Playa del Carmen, around the Yucatan Peninsula, in Mexico City, in Puerto Vallarta, people look at us like we're rich because, guys, we are rich to them. We've got money to them. Like, you guys think in the United States, you could go out to dinner and spend $300 to $500 like it ain't nothing. That's some of these people's monthly income. You see the difference? You see how the United States skews our minds? Copper-colored people's mind, black people's minds? It skews our minds to the rest of the world. The rest of the world that isn't European run doesn't operate like that. I don't know that any non-European country is as expensive. Maybe Angola in Africa, maybe Angola, because Angola, the capital is escaping me right now, but the capital of Angola is one of the most expensive cities in the world. But outside of Angola, these different African countries are extremely reasonable to live in. High quality of living. South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Rwanda. I could, Zambia. All these different countries, guys, really, good infrastructure, great food, great people, reasonable cost of living. So when you, as a Black American, a copper-colored American, step outside to these different places and these different countries that aren't European dominated, you're rich. So that gives you an advantage. Okay? It not only gives you an advantage just walking around, but if you're like me and you're single, guys, I'm not going to front with you. It gives you an advantage. Like I'm going to transition over to the dating aspect of this. But guys, I get looked at all of the time. And my Spanish teacher told me that the women in the Yucatan Peninsula are very shy compared to the women around the rest of Mexico. He's telling me that where he's from, I could walk in a bar and in 5 minutes, there'll be 3 women talking to me, trying to get me to dance or, interact with me or something. Much more aggressive, the women tend to be in other parts of Mexico than where I am currently. They tend to be a lot more shy. But even with that shyness, I have no problem, guys, meeting women here. None. Now, I don't put myself out there because that's not what I do. But what I'm telling you guys who are single Black men, romance is more than possible for you here in Mexico or wherever else that you want to go, really on the planet. Because even when you go to European countries, you're still viewed among the women as the catch, as the prize. Black men, you are the prize around the world for women, excluding bigoted European women. But every other woman, even the bigoted European women, know that you're the king. They know you're number one. They know it. They may not want to admit it. They may not want to say it in front of their male counterparts. But we're kings, guys. And when we move our energy, how we talk, how we dance, if they're like, man, when we have our men's group, and Mark noticed this. Mark is one of the brothers that's been here the longest. He and Mark and me run the group now because Kareem moved to Merida. But Mark noticed that when we go to dinner and we go out after dinner, like we'll just go to another place and have a couple drinks and sightsee, talk crap to each other, just have fun. But people, and he noticed it, and I noticed it too, people really respond. I'm 6'6". Tall Kareem is about 6'4", 6'5". Frank is over 6 feet. Mark is shorter. He's 5'10", 5'9", 5'10". But when we walk down Fifth Avenue here, it's like we're a rock band. So fellas, understand. Now, and let me preface that by saying this. Sometimes women are going to look at you like a paycheck. It's not always going to be altruistic. Some of these women are going to be looking at you as a big ass paycheck. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that other cultures of women, they don't have a problem when engaging you to talk about their needs up front. That's a cultural thing. That's off-putting for some black men based on our experience in the United States with women that we deal with in the United States. But here in Mexico and different places I've been and encountered women, had conversations, they don't have any problem telling you up front what they need. Okay. And it's not that they know you're rich, guys. And when you bust your tail and you make $300 to $500 and then you see a 6'6" black man move down here, and the way I move around in the mornings, I have, if someone were to pick me off, I'd be very easy because my routine is very similar every day. And I'm extremely cognizant of the Mexican locals that I encounter because I know how privileged I am. I know how hard they bust their ass. And I like giving people respect because I like to be respected. And 9 times out of 10, I may catch a cat who's having a bad day. All great. It's all good, brother. It's all good. But 9 times out of 10, guys, when I show respect to the Mexican locals, they more than show me respect. And they love it. They love the fact that I'm speaking Spanish to them. They can feel my positive energy and they give it right back. The dating scene is very similar. Okay. If you engage a lot of women here in Mexico, in the Yucatan Peninsula, they may be shy at first. But once they get over the shyness and you start to talking and you start having a conversation and you're like, you know what? I like this lady. Maybe we can, push this a little further. And then you go on the next date or you go for coffee or something like that. Or the first date, I should say. You go on a first date and you have coffee and all that. And you're starting to understand, okay, the energy, and I like her rhythm. I like her energy. This could be something. If she knows you're thinking that, don't be surprised, fellas, if her requirements are going to be next in the conversation. That's a cultural thing. Okay. You may not like it. It may be off-putting to you, but I'm telling you that this is part of the dating game. It's part of it. You're going to be viewed as a rich man because in their eyes you are. You're probably not in the United States, but you are in Mexico. You are even in Portugal, Ghana, South Africa, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, right? Tanzania, Zanzibar. You're rich. Okay? So just understand that going in, but there are plenty of opportunities, guys, for you guys to find the love of your life down here. Because I'm going to tell you something. I like traditional romance. I like women who are traditional. Now, I'll get in the kitchen and cook. I can cook. I like to cook, right? I like to clean. I don't mind doing that, right? But I've had guys tell me their Mexican girlfriends will get pissed at them if they try to do anything in the kitchen. Like, as brothers, we do everything. We just get in and do it. That's just our nature. We just do it. And it don't need to be a whole damn discussion or, dinner needs to be cooked. All right, what we cooking? All right, I'm here. What, you want me to sous chef? You want me to cut some stuff up? I got you. Or you want me to cook it? All right, go chill out, have a seat, relax. Give me about 30 minutes and I got you. The experiences and the examples that I've been given from the brothers that live down here and other brothers that have been down here before, or guys that I know that have been down here for years, they're women, man. They want you to be the man. They want to build you up. You know, like if you've gone out and you've worked all day and you come through the door, this brother told me his lady has his drink, has one rolled up for him, and has a cold, you know, like a cold washcloth that puts over his head, because she taught him that when you come home from doing whatever, you know, you're out busting your tail, you're doing your thing, or you've got a business down here, or even if you're working remotely and you're done working, she gets a cold washcloth and puts it on his forehead, has his drink ready, and has one rolled for him. And then either dinner's cooked or she's starting dinner. They want to take care of their men. If you brothers like that, stay tuned in. If you're a black man tired of feeling unwanted in America, fellas, type free throw 15 in the comments right now. I'll send you a link to where me and you can get on a free 15-minute phone call, and I'll let you know some of the mistakes to avoid for brothers looking to relocate. Guys, I'm your point guard. I'm a former professional basketball player. I played with Dallas, Detroit, and San Antonio of the NBA. I played in Italy, Spain, France, Germany, Venezuela, and Japan overseas. Played 10 years of professional basketball. I was a national television basketball commentator for college basketball and NBA for 25 years. Every network that covers basketball, I've worked with them. ESPN, ABC, CBS, NBC Sports, Fox Sports, Big Ten Network. I've worked on Westwood One. I've worked them all. I called the WNBA Chicago Sky for 7 seasons. Okay? This is who I am. I'm a transition architect designed to assist black men in getting to where they want to, if they feel like me, and they don't feel like the United States is offering them the best opportunity for your next chapter of your life. That's why I deal with men over 50. Because, brothers, once we get this movement of next chapter forward going, we'll influence the women. We'll influence the young Thundercats. They're going to look to us. But I could have started next chapter 4 for everybody, but that's not what this is about. This is about us getting to our next chapter, taking care of us. Who's putting you first? Who puts you first, brother? Right? Nobody's putting me first, and I accept that. It's okay. That's why this is the start of me putting me first. That's why I moved to Mexico. I'm like, damn these bills. Damn what other responsibilities people think I have. I got a responsibility to me first. I was dying in the United States. Physically, emotionally, and mentally, I was dying in the United States. I had to leave for my sanity. I'm a feeler and a reader. I can read people like nobody's business. That's why I was a great point guard. That's why I was a great television analyst, because I can read things very quickly. I was one of the best color analysts in the business for over 25 years because I can spot things. I can see body movement. I can see energy. I can see interaction between people. I can see things happen before they happen. And in the United States, being around bigots, I'll give an example, guys. All this ticked me off. I was so glad I wasn't home in Chicago. My favorite restaurant is called Ja Grill. It's in Hyde Park, in the neighborhood I live in. It's a neighborhood staple, guys. It's like the barbershop mixed in with a Jamaican restaurant, mixed in with like a lounge or something. It's so cool. I used to go there once or twice a week, right? There was a Caucasian that came in there sitting at the bar with a MAGA hat on. Now, I'm just gonna kick it real, guys. You know, the brother that did the post, I love Craig. He's a good brother, man. All you guys will love meeting this dude. He's a DJ, he's a great DJ, but he's one of these guys just got that great feeling. He's got that great energy. You feel uplifted when you're in Craig's presence. So on Facebook today, he posted, he shot a picture of the woman. She's sitting at the bar with a red MAGA hat on. And nobody paid her attention for 30 minutes. Nobody. The server obviously came and asked her what she wanted, and because her money's green, they're gonna get her money. But nobody interacted with her. Now, me and my twisted mind, I wish somebody would have come up with a shovel and hit her upside her damn head. Treated her like we were treated in the civil rights movement. Get your out of here. You don't belong here. It says Ja Grill, not MAGAville. Ja Grill. Ja meaning Ja the Most High, right? Ain't got nothing to do with you, MAGA bigot. Okay? Man, that got me fired up, boy. I lost my train of thought. Oh man, that when I saw that post, fellas, man, I've been down here 14 months and I still get a reaction like that. Like I'm way better than I used to be, but guys, it's still there. That anger, that feeling of I have to prove my humanity to you? Are you freaking kidding me? For people that can't stay in the sun, I'm going to listen to them. For the sun gives everything on this planet life. And the one thing that can't be in the sun, that's who I'm going to listen to. Come on, man. Come on, guys. We gotta be better than that. All right. Let me get to the questions here. Okay. I got you, JT9K. All right, man, the racism is getting worse, if that's even possible. JT9K, do you know why it's getting worse? And if you would so appease me, put it in the comments why you think it's getting worse. I'm gonna give you my reasons why I think it's getting worse. The United States empire is coming to a close, guys, as we know it. There's never been an empire that's been the ruling empire for more than 250 years in the history that we know right now. So let's say in the last, let's say in the last 5,000 years. No civilization that is the ruling civilization around the world, like the United States has been, US dollar hegemony. I struggle with that word sometimes. Okay. It wasn't ever going to last forever. And so what's happening is the bigots and the racists have come to the conclusion that they can't do anything about what's coming to a close. See, some Europeans that I classify as bigots think that they're God. They think they're God-like. So when they make a decision and they agree upon it, they don't consult with the people that it's going to affect the most. They just go and do it. So for the seeds that they have sown over 250 years, not just on the soil that they stole from us, but around the world, they have planted seeds of distrust. They've lied. They've maimed, they've murdered, they've raped, they've burned important historical information so that the indigenous people will have a harder time figuring it out once they exit the planet. Because they're exiting the planet, guys. The bigots and the racists, they're up out of here. I don't know that I will see it in my lifetime, but they know it. Look at the birth rates and look at the death rates of all the European countries. And again, I'm not saying that the people that all Europeans are bigots and racists. That's not what I'm saying. I'm taking the ones that are in that group, the bigots and the racists. They know their time is near, that they're going to be out of here. Okay? So that's why the racism is getting worse in the United States. That's why things are getting worse in the United States. You don't think it can get any worse. Oh, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. The travesty of this particular administration controlling the media the way that they do to hide all of the nefarious activities that they're doing. Guys, when y'all wake up, when you copper people wake up and you realize what's been going on and you can start to do like really good research, it's going to either drive you crazy or it's going to drive you to make a move. Okay? The reason that a lot of black people struggle with this from the United States, the way I'm talking, is because their whole identity is built on lies, on what someone else said about their lives. And they can't fathom changing that identity. Their self-identity is tied to that soil in the United States. That if the true truth came out, that's why some black people, they can't grasp it. They can't allow their self-identity to change. They're too locked in to whatever it is that they're locked in on. That's why racism is getting even worse. Thank you, JT9K. What's good, A Boogie? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Why is that not? Man, come on now. Oh, there we go. All right. With the beautiful sun in Mexico, how could the indigenous people not be copper colored? Straight up, A Boogie. That's right. At FBA Convo. At FBA Convo, I think this is implying that you are FBA and that, foundational Black American. We don't talk like that over here. Next chapter forward. We're people. We're not labels. We don't. I never understood why the copper colored people of America always want to put a freaking label on us. Like, we have enough division as it is. I don't get down with all that FBA stuff. I'm gonna be respectful of you. I think I understand what the movement is about, but I think it's silly to exclude yourself from other peoples of African origin. It's silly. That's why 7% of the world's population controls the other 93% for this very thinking. And it's just my opinion. All due respect to all you FBAs out there, all due respect. Straight up, love y'all, don't have nothing. The only thing I have against you is the labels, because I'm tired of Black people labeling each other. We are all we have, fellas. When you see another brother, another copper colored brother, another Black brother, that's the only friend you have. Until this white supremacy bullshit is removed from the planet, this mindset is removed from the planet, you are the only friends you have. So this FBA, this tether, or this, stop it. I see a Nigerian brother from another tribe, that's my brother. They may not think so, but that's how I think. Okay? We're all we got. We're all we got. Mo Weems, I'm concerned about stable governments in third world countries. Look at Mali today. Any place where you got to be concerned about rebel forces and stuff like that worries me. Mo Weems, okay, I hope you're a brother because you'll have thick skin, but I'm going to cut this up a little bit. I'm going to cut this up. You're concerned about the stable governments in third world countries. What do you think the United States is right now? You think it's a first world country? What? I don't even know what a first world country is, but what country builds detention centers that some copper-colored people think that's for other people? I can't make this stuff up. You're talking about Mali. Would you want to be in Mali or would you want to be in the United States right now? Because you've not been to Mali. All you're hearing is someone's rendering of what's going on. You don't know if it's true. But what I will tell you is true is that Ibrahim Traore needs to be on every wall of every African's house in the world. That's the spirit we need. We don't need democracy. We need military juntas. Because white supremacy isn't fought by diplomacy. It's fought by force. So that spirit in Mali today, I'd rather be in Mali today than the United States today. Worried about stability of governments. The government, this administration is stealing more money than any administration in the history of the freaking planet. They are stealing everything. We got Black and Latino men being hung near police stations. And you worried about rebel forces? I love you, Moeens. I'm using your quote here to build out my case on where we need to be, men. Okay? The stuff that's going on in your backyard should worry you more than what's going on in Mali, because you're not going to Mali anyway. You're using that as an example. You're not thinking of relocating to Mali. Okay? So guys, let's stop that third world country bullshit. That's a narrative that needs to go. If your citizens can't have health care, if your citizens can't have clean food or clean water, if your citizens are being poisoned with chemtrails daily, if the citizens are having to respond and react to the administration that controls the weather, we're getting weather disasters that could be avoided, ladies and gentlemen. These are manufactured events. So which one is a third world country? Moeens, thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, yeah, I love Sunshine Shoulders. I love that brother. He kicks it real. I love him, man. He's funny as If y'all have not checked out Sunshine Shoulders, based in the Philippines, check him out. He is a no-nonsense brother. He is, I think he's 61 now. He lifts. He's in great shape. He looks good. He's got his Filipino wife. He's got a child with her, I believe. She's got, I believe, 1 or 2 children from a previous situation. And then he's got adult children back in the United States. And he comes on, guys, and he kicks it. He just kicks straight facts. And I love him. He's very entertaining. He's not all smoothed out and everything like that. He just kicks the real. So yes, I love Sunshine Shoulders. Thanks for that, Moeens. That's good stuff. That made me really, really smile. Debo 4952. What's good, brother? Yes, on every continent except Africa, and even there is racism in the South, where the white people are. Asia, South America, Australia, North America, Antarctica. It's everywhere. Yes. Yes, it is. White inferiority is everywhere. If you are rich, then you are a target for robbery or worse. Horror stories from Colombia. Okay, my Weems, here's the thing. Here's the thing. In Colombia, you have to watch your back. I was in Colombia last fall. You have to be careful. Moeens is right. Colombia are the OGs of taking advantage of men because they got some of the prettiest women in the world, especially Medellin. Medellin is unbelievable, guys. If you have not been to Medellin and you want to see beautiful women, go to Medellin. Now, they have really cracked down on black men coming to Medellin. You'd be better off flying into probably Bogota, Cartagena, Cali, something like that, and then making your way possibly over to Medellin. Because if you come through the international airport like I did, they pulled me to the side and had me filling stuff out. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at all the other people walking by, and I'm getting at them. I'm like, y'all, you think you're slick. I know what this is. I know what this is. You are discriminating against black men. Oh no, we have black people here in Colombia. And I say you discriminate against them too. I didn't say you stopping the Europeans. Look, and I kept pointing. I said, there's another one. There's another. Está bien. No, está bien. No. This is some. I said, pinche puta de merda. This is some BS. And I almost got sent back home. I didn't care because I don't like being disrespected like that. I don't give a damn where I am. But back to the point. In Medellin, here's what happens, guys. These women are so beautiful that you drop your guard. Where in the States, you go out, you meet a beautiful woman, you always on guard. Like, where is this sister coming from? Where is this lady coming from? What's her angle? That it is. When you go to Medellin and they call you Papi, ay Papi, buenas noches, Papi. If you're not really strong and if you've been imbibing and that happens, your defense system is down. So then some of these women work with groups of men, set men up and get them robbed. And there have been people coming up dead in Medellin over the last year. I believe there were between Canadian, British, and American brothers. I believe 6 or 7 of them died, were killed this past year. One was in Barranquilla, but the majority of them were in Medellin. So Moeem is right. But Medellin is a unique situation. That's the OG of getting over on men. Even Cartagena is not quite as set up the way that Medellin is. Medellin. Where else is that prevalent? Now, I haven't been to Thailand yet. I'm going. I've been to Malaysia. Malaysia doesn't get down. I don't think they get down like that in Malaysia. I don't think there's such an open sex trade like there is in Colombia, like there is in a lot of Latin American countries. Okay. Great stuff, my Weems. Wow. Fried Drexler 4625. Bro, we got to connect. So you said I've been a resident for 4 years. You've been a resident of Mexico. You've been a resident of Playa del Carmen. Because if you're here, bro, we got to connect. Wow. And this is interesting because Canadians, I love Toronto. I used to take me and my sons would go to Toronto every summer. I absolutely love Toronto. And I generally love Canadians. I haven't had an issue down here with them. Now, I don't, I'm not like the service I'm providing is to brothers online. I'm not really, maybe I don't have to interact with them day to day. And maybe that's the difference. But I don't know. But man, Fried Drexler, come on, bro. We got to connect. Fellas, if you're a black man tired of feeling unwanted in America, type free throw 15 in the comments. I'll send you a link. Me and you can chop it up for 15 minutes. I've had 4 of them this week. I got another one tomorrow. I love these conversations. The last brother I was talking to, this dude was fascinating. I won't share his name, just because I want to give some privacy. But man, type free throw 15 seriously, because this guy got on the phone with them. He and his wife have 2 daughters. They didn't like the direction of things in the United States. And so what did they do? They took their girls out of school. They started homeschooling their girls. They bought an Airstream RV and they started going around the country. And their daughters got really good at BMX bike racing. And he's like international level BMX bike race brother, right? Former college athlete. And him and his wife then got them into tennis. So his 12 and 14-year-old daughters are really good in tennis. He's looking at a country where they could possibly, try out for the national team program. And he and his wife are willing to relocate so that their daughters have a richer experience in another country playing the sport they love. How freaking cool are black people, y'all? How cool are we? Isn't that dope? Like, I'm an RV enthusiast. One of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the States, buy an RV, drive that bad boy back here in Mexico, and I'm going to drive around North America. So that got me hyped, man, when that cat said he bought an Airstream. That's a sense of freedom, right? He sold his house. He sold all his belongings. They got in an Airstream. And they're doing their thing, man. And that's freedom. That's thinking outside the box. And he was upbeat, lively dude. Loved talking to him. Guys, one of the reasons I created my life the way I did is so I have space to meet more brothers, more black people, and give them everything that I've got to make you feel comfortable in making your own move. I want you guys to have the glow up like I'm having. I've heard the term glow up in the States. I don't even know what the hell that means, but I'm taking it because I'm glowing up. When I go back home and people see me, they're like, damn. Like, it's like, bro, if you colored your hair, you look like you have aged backwards, because I have. That's the glow up. All right. Zam for life, 737. What's good? Dallas, Texas in the building. I'm a former Maverick, baby. My name is on the court in the Dallas Mavericks arena. Go check it out. That's what's up. Thanks for jumping on. Say it, Fried Drexler. Say it. They put the poster boy for white privilege in the Fried Drexler. Oh, bro, we got to meet. You got to join the men's group, man, so you can come to dinner on Thursdays with us. It's getting larger and larger. We got like 40 dudes in this group now, guys. We got 40 black men in this group now. Not all 40 come. It's not because some of these guys in the group are in different countries. They're in different places, but we get a good 6 to 8. Sometimes we get 10 brothers every Thursday night. It's therapy, guys. We have so much fun. So Fried Drexler, you got to come on, man. You got to join the group, okay? I want to see you there. Okay. Ahmed Rama. All right. Let me ask you something, Ahmed Rama. Was your life drastically different when Obama was in office compared to now? Was your life drastically different when Biden was in office compared to now? Black men, I'm going to encourage us to stop following the people that stole the land and created a republic on our land. Why am I going to listen to bigots and racists that can't be outside in the thing that gives you life? Why are we going to follow that? Voting is not going to do anything to liberate us. Voting will keep us in the same place. Guys, if you haven't noticed, the ancestors are showing us what time it is. The brothers in Compton got itchy and hyped. They should not be in the streets messing with ICE in Compton right now. But the brothers showing solidarity with their brown brothers and sisters, which I was in agreement with at first. I thought we were wrong. I thought we black and copper colored people, I thought we were wrong for not helping out our brown brothers and sisters. But you know what? The ancestors are like, no, sit your down. We need to sit down on all of this. Yes, go to work because you need money. You got to support your families. You got to do this. You don't have to vote. You don't have to vote. Now, if you want to vote, cool. But you don't have to vote. And what has voting really gotten us, guys? I want to give you something to think about. And this is going to be, I'm not going to say that. That's going to be too much. Yes, the dollar is collapsing, and they're doing it on purpose. They brought the orangutan in to expedite this process. So you spot on. Fried Drexler, man, come on now. Quit playing. Hey, respect, bro. Thank you for that. Mad respect. See, black men, intelligent people can disagree and still respect one another. Right? Power to you, brother. Thank you for that. This right here is all we need to see, black men. We don't need anything else. We got us. If I saw this brother and he was down in Playa del Carmen, I would love to go out to dinner with him because I want to understand what FBA is. I want to understand where all of us are coming from, because we don't have to be a monolithic people. We're not. We're as diverse as any other group in the world. We have different ways of thinking. We have different ways of doing things. I'm good. We embrace it all. We need to embrace it all. There's no division. Because when we're like this, and we're like this, dude, our parents whipped the government's ass. That's what the civil rights movement was all about. They whipped the government when we were like this, because we knew who the enemy was. It wasn't the Viet Cong. It wasn't the Koreans in the Korean War. But when we know who our enemy is, we're like this. Unstoppable. The bigots and racists wake up every day to separate us, guys. So let's embrace each other's differences, because we're all we need. We're all we need. Thank you, FBA Convo. Thank you, bro. I need to get with you. Actually, I'll try to send you a message or something so we can exchange contact information, because I think you coming on this show and sharing your beliefs and what this movement means will allow other black men to see it and be like, okay, I rock with this. Or, okay, I don't necessarily rock with it, but this is damn interesting. We don't need division, black men. See what we're doing? Me and FBA Combo? See what he did? That's strength. That's intelligence. This is who we are. Let's keep doing this. Great job, FBA Combo. Thank you. A Boogie, I want us to get away from the term slaves. We're prisoners of war. consider that. Think about that differently. We weren't slaves. We're prisoners of war. They took our land and forced us into bondage. So we weren't slaves. We're prisoners of war. That's why the uprisings. That's where Nat Turner and them come from, the John Browns. We're prisoners of war. I mean, you can use the term slave. I want you guys to consider that terminology, because our language is key, guys. What we say out of our mouths, that's why they call it spelling, because what you say out of your mouth can cast a spell. If we're godlike, we have these abilities, guys. Each and every one of you is a power generator. Every one of us walking the planet is a power generator. And guess who gives off the most power? The ones with the most melanin. That's y'all. That's all y'all. Okay? So let's consider this. Let's consider our terminology now. Hey, Boogie, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I just want you to consider thinking about us being prisoners of war. Okay? Man, you guys are cooking today. I love y'all, man. First law, stay focused on that paper. Second law is... Okay. All right. Zam for life. First law, stay focused on that paper. Second law, escape the plantation. Everything else is rubbish until those two fundamentals are executed. Preach, brother. And you know what I think he's meaning? What he's saying by plantation? Our mentality, how we deal with each other. And when we focus on that paper. Guys, do you know that we can create systems? Mexico has a place called the Zapatista region. It's an autonomous region that works with the government of Mexico, but they're self-governed. There are countries around the world, guys, that we could take 500 to 1,000 of us that are of a similar mindset, even me and FBA Convo, and we agree that we need to create our own systems, and we can create our own little autonomous regions and be self-governing and work with different governments. Bro, we'd have Wakanda. We're the vibranium. Y'all don't know that. We are the vibranium. We're the strength. We're the energy. We're the gold. We're the vibranium. So with Zam for life, I love this. Focus on that paper. Let's get together, guys. Look, where are our young people with our apps? I know fan base is out there, and I've invested in fan base. He's doing a good job. It's a tough sell, I know, but where are our black apps? Where are our black sites? Can we get a Tom Joyner morning show back online? I know there are a number of them, but can we get our own systems? Can we start to think outside this colonialized mindset and this colonialized system that is only designed for us to, and the fact that we have millionaires and billionaires in this oppressive system? We're vibranium, guys. We are the shiznit. Okay? Passport, remote job, online business, residency. Yes. All right, Sammy, I got you. So what's happening, Sammy? I'm using StreamYard to do this live. So once the show is over, I'll go back in the comment and I'll give you the link. Okay? Or you know what? Let me put, hold on. I think I can put the link in the first, like a highlighted comment. All right, here we go. So let me see. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna put this in here. Free. Hold on. Where's everybody tuning in from right now? Put in the comments where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear. All right, hold on. The link is almost up. And I will star this. All right. Oh, come on now. What's going on? Is that it? No, that's not. Damn. Nope. There we go. Okay. So now the link is highlighted in the comment section. You can go there, Sammy. Go directly there, hit that link. You can schedule your time with me, and I look forward to speaking with you, man. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna chop it up. All right. Hey, Boogie is right. Listen, guys. Medellin, my friends thought I was tripping because I wasn't talking about the women. I didn't go there for the women. Medellin it might be the prettiest big city I've ever seen. It is unbelievably beautiful. It's like it's set. I think it's in the middle of two different mountain ranges, so it's kind of almost like a bowl. And then the sides of the city go up the mountain. Oh my gosh. The vegetation, the topography, the city planning that they did was fantastic. The public transit system is really good. I can't say enough about the city proper. The Medellin is in terms of the city that's 3 million more or more. That in Barcelona might be the two prettiest cities I've seen in the world. Unbelievable. Hey, Boogie, you and Zam for life. Y'all cooking today, bro. Yep, you're right. Zam for life is right. If you go to Colombia and you have zero street sense, if you're not staying inside, stay away from Colombia. When you go outside, have your head on a swivel. He's right. Like, guys, if you like the green, like I do, and you like beer and wine like I do, if you go to Medellin, guys, you need to be on your P's and Q's now, or have some people with you. I went solo because I like traveling solo. Because my spidey senses come up and everything. I'm pretty good in terms of watching my back. I mean, I lived on the south side of Chicago for 27 years. I think I know how to watch my back. So, but these brothers are spot on. Spot on. Oh man! All right, well, we're gonna get together then. We're definitely gonna get together. Shoot me a message and I'll give you my contact information. When you come back, man, let's definitely connect, bro. Would love to chop it up with you. Oh, my man, Geechee Dan 9299. Man, y'all names are dope. Fried Drexler and Geechee Dan, Zam for Life. Love this. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. And guys, I always appreciate you taking your time to spend with me on these Wednesday lives. I could be talking to myself, but I'm talking to an engaged group of Black men who we can come on this platform and have disagreements. We can have differences of opinions, and we still love and respect one another. So much respect to you, Geechee Dan 9299. Thank you. That's right. We all have one oppressor. And that's Fried Drexler's hitting it, y'all. People of color around the world have one oppressor. Not just us. All the people of color around the world have one oppressor. Fried Drexler's cooking, y'all. Yeah, because here's the thing, Sammy. when I started doing this next chapter forward work, and I left the United States abruptly, according to, my coworkers, people in the media, they flipped out. They thought I'd lost my mind, right? And they couldn't understand why I would leave such a lucrative career like that, like just out. It had nothing to do with that. And so I have a lot of people that I consider family and friends who are of European background, descent. I know that they're not bigots. I've been around them for years, and their behavior is consistent to me. That's all I ask for when I have a relationship with people, like a friendship or whatever. Just be consistent, right? And so these people who I've worked with, Terry Gannon, Lisa Byington, Matt Lipper, Sean Morris, Alex Birchie, Kevin Kugler, Robbie Hummel, forgetting Jeff's last name. I work with a bunch of people, guys, who I stay in contact to this day, like their family. I don't put them in the bigots and racist category. Some would think that Caucasian or European people of descent in the United States that don't do anything to help dismantle racism are racist. But let me pose this question to you, gentlemen. No, that wouldn't work with us because that's not our nature, is to oppress other people. That's just not our nature. So that wouldn't work. But these people who I'm referring to, I don't believe they're racist or bigots. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson classifies racists as white people who are not necessarily doing anything to stop black people. They're not joining in with the bigots, but they benefit from the system and they're not going to do anything about it. He classifies them as racist. I'm different in that. The people that I have friendships with, that I've known for years, they're just my friends. They're not racist and they're not bigots. So I think it's important, Sammy, for us to make these differentiations of the people who we call friends who are of European descent. Because you got black people know, copper colored people know, all white people aren't racist. They're not bigots. We know that. We know that. We've known that forever, right? But we need to keep saying this. Because a lot of times, like especially on Facebook, I've got a nice following on Facebook as well. And I draw bigots out all the time. All the time. Because I'm saying things to black people. I'm unapologetic. I don't give a damn what they think. And that irritates bigots and racists. It doesn't irritate regular white people, but it irritates racists and bigots. That's the delineation, the difference that we need. All right. Detroit in the house. I used to be a Detroit Piston. I know Detroit. Love the city. That's what's up, FBA Convo. That's what's up. A Bookie. Harlem in the house, baby. That's what's up. Oh, this is my brother down here. Like literally, y'all, this is my brother, Steph. What's good, Steph? Douglasville, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. Fried Drexler, right here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Next chapter forward, guys, we're worldwide. If you want to be a part of it, if you're a black man over 50, you're interested in relocating out of the country, type free throw 15 in the comments. I'll send you a link, or there's a starred link in the comment section. Go to that link, schedule your free time. That's one of the best things that I do in Next Chapter Forward. Next to getting the brother successfully to the place of his dreams, that's first. But second is just the learning and meeting of more and more black men like all of you. It just makes my day, guys. It makes my day. We are pro-black. We're not anything. We're not anti-anything. Let me take that back. We're pro-black and we're anti-white supremacy. But we're not anti any people. We're just pro-black. Okay? I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We've been rocking for over an hour today. I hope you got great value out of this content. Guys, do me a favor. Just do one other brother. If each of you on here got value out of this live discussion that we had, think about one brother that would benefit from this conversation. We don't want to be huge because we want to get brothers that are intelligent enough, like FBA Convo, that we may have a difference of opinion in certain areas, but we can come together and have the same mission. And that's for Black men to live their best lives. Okay. So y'all know we can't get every brother in that because every brother ain't a brother. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So pick one brother that you know that would benefit from this content, share this with them, and like, share, and subscribe to Next Chapter Forward YouTube channel. I really would appreciate it. It helps the growth of the channel, and it helps us reach more enlightened brothers like yourselves. You guys have a great rest of your week. I love you. And until next time, holla, y'all.